Hey YouTube, it's Reese Sheehan. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment on my videos. So, in keeping with last post's theme, what I have learned from these YouTube streets is that it's real easy for people to misinterpret what you say. So, one person misinterpreted my last post to think that I was coming for Usher Board and Heathen Central. Even after I said they're guilty pleasures of mine. I watch Heathen Central and Usher Board almost every single day. The part that's hard to watch is Andrew Caldwell with his supposedly speaking in tongues, and then Sir William McRae and the latest video was him trying to be a newscaster, a sports newscaster at that, and you have to watch the video to see what I'm talking about. So if you need to see it, go on, I believe it's on the Usher Board's channel. I appreciate their content. I appreciate YouTubers that bring strong content regardless of what people say. Which brings me to what I learned from these YouTube streets. The two people that I've learned the most, or I won't say the most, but I've learned a lot from watching their content is T.S. Madison and LovelyTi. They bring it. They bring it the way they know to bring it. And T.S. Madison, the lessons I learned from T.S. Madison is you got to do what you got to do to get where you got to be. You have a decision of where you want to go. You have goals, dreams, and aspirations. Let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, out in them YouTube streets, it takes money. It takes commitment. Well, shoot, she was committed and still is committed to her chateau, bringing her dream to reality. Kaya didn't stop anything. The Queen's Court is still going on. And I forget what, I don't mean any harm. I watch T.S. I'm going to tell you what I watch of T.S. Madison's a lot. I like when she tells the stories and she's sipping tea. She's telling the stories about herself. I watch those a whole lot. I watch those stories for me. Teach me so much. And so she was telling the story about, and she is not apologetic about her past. That's the thing. She's not apologetic. This is her past. She owns it. This is how she lived her life. This is how she did what she had to do. She is no shame to her game. For real. There's a lot of people that say, I ain't got no shame to my game. T.S. Madison has no shame to her game. And you can't help, for me anyway, I can't help but respect that. She got straight game. And I appreciate where she's coming from. I watch her stories when she's sipping tea. And she goes, is this thing on? Is this thing on? And she gets to talking about YouTube, Snapchat, and Christian mingle. I watch her and it's like, I can't do anything but respect T.S. Madison. LovelyTi. LovelyTi brings the tea. She doesn't just talk about celebrity gossip. She actually brings the tea on the news. And I've seen a lot of stories that I would have never seen. And LovelyTi, if you know anything about LovelyTi, you know she brings the receipts. She's the one that busted that chick Star Marie. She's busted that lie straight open. To this day, Tasha K has not recovered from it. I think her and LovelyTi fell out about that. LovelyTi took a high road approach to dealing with Tasha K. Tasha K took the Tasha K approach. And y'all all know what I mean by that. But LovelyTi, she brings the receipts. So if she's going to tell you a story, she's got sources to back it up. One thing you can't accuse LovelyTi of doing is giving you fake news. You can't accuse her. And if she misquotes something, she comes back and says, you know what, I was wrong. The Star Marie story, everybody's familiar with Star Marie, right? That whole Cardi B thing and Star Marie, and supposedly, you know, Cardi B was this, you know, I mean, I don't even want to repeat what Star Marie tried to say about Cardi B. We all know that stuff wasn't true. Tasha K came out the woodwork with all these receipts and blah, 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 and talked to Star Marie before. And I forget the person who was going to talk to her, or somebody who had been on YouTube for quite some time. I don't remember her name. But she had an interview set up with Star Marie, and Tasha K just came in and swooped that away from her. But then LovelyTi came with receipts to totally and completely kibosh everything that Star Marie had to say. I appreciate LovelyTi for being an authentic person. So that's what I've learned from these YouTube streets, authenticity. I've learned that from LovelyTi. I've learned that from some other YouTubers as well. It's a thing. I mean, when you want to be on YouTube, in my opinion, because there's a lot of mess out there on YouTube, and if you really, in my opinion, want to stand above the crowd, to stand, be about something, your message and your content actually have merit and worth, you really have to bring the receipts, bring credible receipts, and be a person of integrity. And to me, LovelyTi shows that. Timothy Blaine, they call him Uncle Tim. He's another one. Very authentic. Very authentic. You know, and you can't help but, for me anyway, this is just me, I can't help but appreciate that, the authenticity. So the lessons I've learned today in those YouTube streets. One, T.S. Madison. The lesson I learned from her was be you right where you're at. Own your past. Don't negate it. It is what it is. It made you who you are. Don't negate your past. Celebrate it. What I learned from LovelyTi is be authentic. Be true to you. So those lessons are very similar, in my opinion. But I learned them from two different people that, to me, are what my goal is, what I aspire to be out there in the YouTube streets. I want to thank all my subscribers. Like, you know, I've gotten, in the last 3 days, over 20 subscribers. And I really appreciate you for subscribing to my channel. You know, to start off the new year like that is awesome. Is awesome. And what I don't know if people know about me is that when you subscribe to me, I subscribe to you back. Excuse me for a moment. I'm glistening. I tend to do that. I glisten. I don't call it sweat. I glisten. Anyway, y'all take care. Have a great new year in 2019. Let's make it awesome.